Have you ever begun a company solely by making a joke in a group chat? Back in our college days in Dayton, my friends and I had a group chat called After Hours Bites, where we'd share photos of our late-night food creations, greasy, bizarre concoctions born from post-party hunger and near-empty fridges. Think burnt toast topped with canned chili or instant ramen drowned in hot sauce. 6 years after graduation, the chat was still kicking, now a haven for our overworked, broke adult selves to post whatever sad meals we scraped together at 2 a.m. I was stuck in a soul-draining call center job, answering angry customer complaints until midnight. One night last winter, around 3 a.m., I was starving after a double shift, too exhausted to cook properly. My kitchen was a wasteland. A bag of stale corn chips, a half-used jar of salsa with a questionable expiration date, and some shredded cheddar that smelled okay if you didn't think too hard. I dumped the chips on a plate, slathered on the salsa, tossed the cheese on top, and microwaved it for 40 seconds. The result was a gloopy, pathetic pile, but it hit the spot. I snapped a photo, sent it to the chat, and typed, "Presenting Sad Man Nachos TM. Accepting investors now." Ryan, always online, shot back, "Bruh, that's a crime, but I'd devour it." Sophie piled on, "We've got years of these trash recipes. We should make a cookbook for people too broke for DoorDash." Alex chimed in, "Call it Desperate Dinners. We'd be millionaires." We all laughed, but the idea lingered like a hangover. The next day, during my lunch break in the office break room, I was still chuckling about it. On a whim, I created an Instagram page called Budget Bites and posted screenshots from our chat. Sophie's spaghetti mixed with canned tuna and ketchup, Ryan's taco of crushed Doritos in a hot dog bun, Alex's instant oatmeal stirred with peanut butter and pickle juice. I captioned it, "Meals for when your bank account says no, but your stomach says now." By that night, we had 500 followers. By the weekend, 4,000. People started flooding our DMs with their own creations. A college kid's pizza of white bread with spaghetti sauce and string cheese, a single dad's instant rice with canned gravy and frozen peas. A local food blogger reposted us, and our followers spiked to 15,000. A week later, a small publisher messaged, asking if we'd consider turning Budget Bites into a cookbook. I thought it was a scam. Who'd pay for recipes like ramen boiled in Mountain Dew? But they were serious, citing our relatable, raw content and growing fan base. We set up a Zoom call, trying to act like we knew what we were doing. Sophie joined from her retail job's stockroom, wearing a name tag. Ryan was in his mom's basement. Alex, a bartender, was still in last night's clothes. I wore a wrinkled button-up, hoping it screamed professional. We fumbled through but landed a contract for Budget Bites, 100 recipes for when you're broke and hungry. The advance, $10,000, split 4 ways, paid off my overdue phone bill and part of my car loan. Sophie quit her store job to manage our social media full-time. Our TikTok blew up with hashtag Budget Bites challenge videos, people vying for the most creative broke meal, like a stir-fry of instant noodles, soy sauce packets, and wilted fridge veggies. Ryan's pushing for a Budget Bites food truck, aiming for dishes under $5, like paycheck pasta, macaroni with butter and crushed Cheetos. Alex, our resident artist, is designing the book's cover, a gritty sketch of my sad man nachos glowing under neon light. I'm still at the call center, but nights are spent testing recipes. Broke bolognese, spaghetti with canned tomato soup and ground beef on clearance. Or poor man's paella, yellow rice with hot dogs and frozen corn. The wildest part? That sad man nachos recipe, born from a desperate 3 a.m. fridge raid, is the opening page of a real cookbook, set to hit stores next summer. A dumb group chat joke turned into a legit business, proving our late-night nonsense could feed a whole community of broke, hungry folks.